Hey everyone, welcome to another video. I'm April, and today we're gonna do something a little bit different. But first, let's run a little B-roll and my intro song. Hey, welcome back. So today we're gonna do something a little bit different. I am going to do a review on a product that I've been using for around a year. And I am talking about the stone tackle box and the stone panfish box. So just so that you're aware and that I have to say these things, I do have an affiliate link for the stone tackle box and the stone panfish box. It's going to be in the description below. So there's a few things that I want to talk about. First, we're going to discuss the specifications of the tackle boxes. So this big guy here is 11.6 inches long, 8.5 wide, and then 2 inches wide, where the panfish box is about 6.4 and then 3.75 and 1.5 wide. Now, the measurements that I just gave you for this tackle box are ones that I measured and are approximate. The ones for this box are actually on the website, and that is what is written there. So these boxes are made with what is called an ABS plastic. It is clear and see-through, obviously, which is super helpful for when you pull it out of your case and you're not sure what you're looking at. In my case, I have two different large boxes. So I have flies on one side, bass hooks on another side. Then I have all of my jigs, and then I have like different kinds of spoons and jigging wraps. So 200 is actually the approximate number of lures that one side can hold, or that it could hold. So I used to have all of my jigs and all of my different kinds of spoons all on one side. And I believe I had approximately 140 or 160 with some room to spare. Like had I put things in a bit nicer or kind of like tighter spaced, I could have fit way more on one side. And like I said, the clear lid is really nice because you can tell what's what. When you've got your boxes put into a bag like this and you're looking from the top, all you see is the black. Now what you could do is you could put labels, which would be nice. You could put labels on here somewhere to denote what's inside. Otherwise you're taking it out, but it's great that it's clear because then you can see exactly what's in here before having to open it up and take it all out. Another thing I really like is the rubber seal. So it has a rubber seal in there so that when you close it and latch it, it becomes watertight and actually floats as well. And I will put a picture, in case you don't believe me, I'll put a picture up here of it floating. The snaps are like they snap closed. I was very hesitant at the beginning about this snap. I don't know why, but when I feel it snap, I had always thought that it would be nice if there was a bigger snap there. I'm not sure why, but I just wanted to know for sure that it wasn't gonna open. Now, I've never had it open before, so it's been fine. The slim design is also great. I have a fish pond tackle bag. I can fit 2 of these, plus I have 2 of these guys. So I fit 4 tackle boxes in my bag, and then I never have to take multiple bags. I always just have one bag with all of my stuff in it, and it's great because then I'm ready for I'm ready for bass fishing. I'm ready for trout fishing. I'm ready for fly fishing. I'm ready to use any kind of plastics. I can use weighted items. I've got all my spoons and everything, jigs. So I have everything in one bag, and that's really great. I think now I'm just gonna roll a little bit of B-roll for you. I took some cool videos of the things that I was just talking about, and pictures to sort of give you a better idea kind of closer up without me talking about it, where you can just focus on the things that I mentioned, such as the seal or the latching or the nice foam that's on the inside and what that looks like a little bit closer up. So let's roll that now and we'll come back to this review. Okay, next what I want to talk about is a little bit of a comparison. So I still have some, I think these, yep, I still have some boxes that I use. And then I have my stone tackle for the items that can go in a stone tackle box. And so this will be sort of some of the things or the reasons that I might not prefer the stone tackle box for items, that I would use something else. And then we'll talk about that a little bit later as well. So stone tackle, strong plastic. It's got a strong plastic casing that is clear. I would not call this strong. It's quite pliable. I could probably rip this apart. However, it is clear, so I can see what's going on in this box. Now, not everyone is clear, so it just depends on what you purchase, right? Some might have solid lids, could be different colored lids. They might be like I'm not sure what the word is right now, like a frosted. Could be a frosted lid. It just depends on what you purchase. So not very strong. I could probably tear these apart real easy. The stone tackle box, if I ripped at them, then maybe the binding would come apart. However, I could probably drive this over. I'm not going to try that, but you could probably drive it over with something small, like maybe an ATV. Probably not a truck, but an ATV or, you know, a snowmobile by accident maybe. I don't think my would fare very well if you drove it over with a snowmobile. I don't think so. Approximate lure fit, which we've talked about already, is about 200 in the big stone tackle box. I'm not sure what the lure fit is in the panfish. I don't know. And I probably can't make a good guess either, to tell you the truth. So lure fit there is about 200. Lure fit in a, I would venture to say, is quite a bit higher, except for the fact that they are all smashed together. And what then happens is my favorite thing in the world when it comes to tackle boxes is this. I don't like that. So while yes, it could probably hold more than 200 in here, I just highly dislike when that happens, and I dislike having to put my fingers in those slots to try and grab a hook and then get hooked by 4 other hooks, and hooks in the sides of my nails or underneath my fingernail. Ooh, just, ugh. I don't like that at all. So On here, good latch. I'll let you hear that again. Good latch, which makes a water seal tight because of the seal in there. Good latch, no seal. Therefore, water can get in here, not waterproof, therefore this will sink. And I've had some situations, not total sinkage, but close. So I don't like that. Adjustable compartments. As you see here, I have things in different compartments. That's great. Stone tackle box, no adjustable compartments. However, the trade-off there is you can place all of these items in here where they are not stuck together. When obviously these are spoons, so they don't always sit nice, but once you have them laid out, the hooks aren't all, the hook part is inside the foam. So therefore the hook part of them isn't all stuck together. Like I can go and get one of these guys out without getting stuck on every other one around it, which is nice. Ta-da. And I can get it back in its space that I wanted it in without getting stuck on everybody around it. So as you can see, what I do with those guys is I hook their tail hook up top, their tail treble up top, and then I hook the bottom one down in the front so that they stretch out. So they're not getting hooked on each other when you're trying to pull it out of the space. Now, with that, you get an organized layout where you can see everything, you know exactly what you're looking at, you know what you're picking for. With this box, and maybe I shouldn't have said the name anywhere in this, I should have just said the competitor. Maybe I'll bleep that out. Maybe I'll go back and bleep those out. With the competitor, it's organized in the sense that you can have everything in its slot, but if you have more than one thing in the slot, that is not organized. You still have to, I poked myself already. You still have to pull out whatever's in that slot to pick at the thing that you want that is in here. And I do not have the patience for that today. So you can use your imagination on how long it might take to get that lure unhooked. All right, that's my comparison of the two. So I want to mention some strengths and then limitations. Obviously, like I said earlier, I have an affiliate link for the stone tackle boxes. So I'm trying to make them sound really good. Like, that's pretty obvious. But I am mentioning some of the negatives, if you want to call it, or limitations. I mean, everything has those, right? So it's unfair to just say that it's the most amazing thing ever and everybody should love it and everybody should have one. I do feel like everybody could love it and that everybody could find it very useful, but there are others that you might love, and this is just one that I love, but it does have limitations. So, limitations. I want to show you something. A big bait like this, it's quite wide. Of course this one's gonna fit. Of course it'll fit. Okay. When you have multiples of them, oh wait, maybe if I put it over here. Now it still fit. Jeez. Okay. In this moment, it's not working for me. Hashtag real life. But I have done this before. Before I decided to do this video and mention this, I had tried this. So I had a bunch of baits like this all put into one of the large cases, and it just didn't allow the case to close properly. And I was afraid to either break the binding on the case or crush a bait. So that's one of the limitations, is the sleek, and so positive and a negative, right? The sleek design allows for multiple cases inside your tackle bag, but the sleek design doesn't allow for real large baits to be in here and get multiples of them in. You would need lots of these to have all of your big baits. So for me, that's a little bit of a limitation, because I would love to just get rid of all of the other plastic cases that I have, the competitor. I'd love to get rid of those and go all to stone tackle. But if they aren't big enough or wide enough to fit all of my bigger baits, then that's not gonna work. So, yeah. And then the other limitation is the fact that there's no adjustable compartments. Now, in a case like this where it's foam and you're inserting a hook into foam, how are you going to make adjustable compartments? At this point in time, I don't have the idea for that. I don't know how to make that possible. And so it's kind of weighing your options, right? You have a case where you have adjustable compartments where everything has its own space. But in this one, you have where if you hook it into the foam, then you can hook all of one kind of bait in the foam, or one whole side could be for one kind of bait or whatever. So while it's not adjustable compartments, it does have its way to make it not adjustable, but I'm not even sure how to say it. You can have everything of one kind there, where with the adjustables, like the adjustable is the purpose of the hook sitting by itself in its compartment and not getting all jumbled up with all the other things. But you're doing that when you have the foam by putting it alone in its own spot on the foam and not having another bait like on top of it. So while it's not compartments, it's still allowing them to be individually in place. So far, Stone Tackle had made kind of a promise, if you want to call it, of storage that actually works. Now, for the purposes that I have it, which are like jigs, flies, my bass hooks, that kind of thing, they have delivered on that. This storage system works for those purposes. Now, what I would like to see is more, obviously. Everybody always wants to see more and get more and whatever, right? If you're being loyal to a brand, if you want to say it that way, you're always looking for more from them. I would like to see more in the sense that I want a place for these baits that matches or is made by the same company. So I want to see Stone Tackle come out with storage compartments for my baits. What I also want is I want storage for my plastic baits. I want them to come out with storage for my plastic baits. Whether that be a hard storage like the Stone Tackle box and like I use here, or a bait binder that is going to be kind of narrow so that I can fit it in my tackle bag. The problem with this competitor box is that all of my baits are just they're just in there. And when you're out on the lake and you open this thing and it's windy and everything blows for 20 feet away and you're running after, you know, the lighter little bags and you're running around for these, that's annoying. That takes away time from fishing or whatever, especially if there's a really great mark on your screen and you're, oh my goodness, and you're grabbing your things and now your mark is gone. That's annoying. So I would love to be able to organize this box better. I've already organized it in a sense that big summer baits are now in a bag, and these could be taken out and left in my closet where we keep all of our fishing stuff. So the winter baits can now be in here, but it's still, like, there's still a lot in here. So I would really love for Stone Tackle to come out with a bait binder or some kind of storage system for plastics that will fit in my tackle bag. I don't like taking multiple bags. I don't like taking multiple boxes. I want to take one bag and my rods and my net and stuff like that and just go, summer and winter time. So I'm saying that a plastic case like this would be great, but I would really prefer a binder of some sort. And so, like, you know, a binder that was black and yellow or something like that, that kind of matches the vibe already, would be really great, so that I can get all of these guys in there, but then also organize them. I have multiples of a lot of stuff, multiple colors, and I would like to be able to organize that as well. So while I do love my Stone Tackle box and my panfish box, I want more. First world problems, right? Consumerism. I want more, so that all of my stuff is by the same company and that I have the vibe and it flows. I don't know. I like that. I like all my stuff to look the same, feel the same, just look good. So I would like to see that from them. Otherwise, I'm loving it. Like I said, for the purposes that I had purchased these boxes, I'm loving it. I just organized like this, and I absolutely love that. Previously, I had all the jig heads on the same side of the foam, and then I was using all of the rows. And it was like they were all smashed together and stuck in there, and I didn't like that. So now I've organized it a different way, and I'm gonna show you a close-up video of that. I've organized it in this other way, and it just feels better. It looks better, it feels better, it doesn't feel so cramped up in there, and I like that. So, like I said, it is working perfectly for the purposes that I have purchased it for. There could be other things that would be great, but if you're looking for a tackle box that is sleek, that you can see through, that floats, that latches tightly, that is going to hold multiple hooks, probably up to 200, and it's going to keep your fingers safe from the hooks. That was my biggest thing. I want my fingers safe from those trebles and all the hooks. I just can't stand putting my fingers in these little slots like this, sticking my fingers in there and getting a hook stuck under my nail. Ooh, that just makes me nauseous. Yuck. So if you're looking for something that's going to kind of hit all or the majority of the checks for you, keep your fingers safe, then you can take a look at the Stone Tackle box. There's a link in the description. You can go check it out online, see the different photos and the different descriptions that Nicole from Stone Tackle has outlined on the website. And if you feel called to it and this review did something for you, then you can buy it from that site. As I mentioned before, I have an affiliate link, so that means I get a little kickback from it. If you're not into that kind of thing, then that's completely fine. And if you are, awesome, thank you. So thanks for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next video.